ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pwn TV. Or is it Bone TV? It's really hard telling these days, isn't it? Today is Bone TV day. Because we are on Bones a lot. In the last video I was on Bones a lot, expressing how difficult it was to get past level 100 bone crafting. And here we are, 2 days later. Because my total time played just now, I checked, is 9 days and 9 hours. In the last video, it was 7 days and something. So the last 2 nights, I've been actually pecking away at Temple of Ugalepi and getting Bone Worker's Torque done. This was hard. Everyone made fun of me because they got theirs in like 5 minutes. I know of 3 people off the top of my head in my link shell who explained how easy it was to get this torque, so I went in thinking it would be open and shut, and I don't remember having that much trouble getting any of my other necklaces either. But this one was a nightmare, guys. This one literally took me 2 sittings. I think I probably stared at Temple of Ugalepi's crusty ass walls for some 18-20 hours, and I was mostly focusing on getting brown boxes to pop. It got to the point where I actually capped out most of my prowesses on my other account. This account doesn't have all the prowesses capped exactly, short on a few things, but I eventually did get everything at 5 and 11 and Treasure Hunter 3, but that doesn't even matter. The Casket Discovery was capped. What was funny about that though is Bones a Lot, level 70 warrior, was in the zone with a 4 out of 5 on the Casket Discovery, which was the important buff that you needed to get more caskets to spawn. See, we're not even in a campaign period right now, so those boxes are really hard to get in the first place because we don't have a campaign backing it up, making it easier to get brown boxes. So I really needed to get the prowesses to actually grind this thing, and that's what I did. So I spent all night doing it. Bones a Lot had 4 out of 5 in the first few hours, and then he stayed at level 4 for 2 days. And then Bones a Lot was 1 out of 5, grinding away, probably killed 500 some odd Tonberries in a row before I ever saw level 2 on Casket Discovery. And that took me 2 sittings. Like, on my second sitting, I saw level 5 finally. So it literally took me the whole 18-20 hours of poking away at that zone. And I literally spent that much time on Bones a Lot poking away at mobs there. Probably over those 20 hours, I think I probably killed... This was in 2 sittings, so really, really long nights for me. 2 nights in a row to get this torque, which I finally just got. I probably killed about 50,000 mobs. I have a picture of a screenshot that I just took where I got hit for everyone's grudge, and I always keep my hate at 0. I always reset my hate. So that's just 2 sittings, 2 nights in a row, killing the shit out of Tonberries. And then one of them got me, but I got a raise, so I didn't have to lose my my prowess effect. I got on one of my mules, and I got the prowess effect, or the raise on my guy, and kept my prowess effect, which was really good because again I didn't see level 5 Casket Discovery on my main account for 2 sittings, like legit, like the whole time it was not level 5. And while it was level 5, I still probably popped open another 50-60 brown boxes before I ever saw the item that I was looking for. Every other box was either synthesis materials like gold ore, or actual gear like low-level gear like dark steel, well, mid-level gear, dark steel pieces of gear, and mostly medicine. A lot of medicine. I saw one frog. There was one, I forget the name of the frog, but it was a frog. It was a red frog. I remember it being a red or orange color. Somebody might know. If you do know, just leave a comment with your best guess. We could look it up sometime. There's not too many frogs. It might be Elshimo frog, but it's red, so I know there's a few different frogs in the game. That one took that was only a 1 frog though. 1 frog out of I don't even know how many brown boxes. If I had to guess, 400 brown boxes. Like, shitting you not, 400 brown boxes before I saw the torque. So what that really means to me, what that translates, what I'm actually hearing when I say it took me 400 tries, is I fucked up on one of the previous torques that was going to drop. Like, the game decided, here's your torque, 1% drop rate, so 100 boxes max. Here's your torque, crack it open. And then I failed. I had to have done that, because otherwise, how can you explain 400 brown boxes before you see the torque? And I know I failed at like 30 of them, probably. Yeah, about 30 I failed. Over 400. That's pretty good, especially considering I was really tired sometimes. I would get the hints that I needed, know the answer, and just reverse the digits in my head by mistake. Or I was reading first digit is a 4, 5, or 6, second digit is a 6, 7, or 8, and I would flip those two, so it would be first digit 6, 7, or 8, and I'd fuck up the number that way, and I'd blow my chance of getting the loot, whatever it was. And I'm telling you guys, I had to have broken at least 2 torques. Like, I had to have failed getting at least 2 torques in that 400. Let me, you think about it. That sounds about right to me, because I've done torque farming before, and it doesn't take 400 brown boxes at all. But today it did. Today it did. Finally got it. Bones a lot. Playtime is actually 9 days now. It was 7. And as soon as I uploaded that video, I basically went out there and I started capping prowess, and that was last night. And then tonight, finishing everything up. It was gross. So I have some stories to my link shell. I shared this with my link shell and the Facebook group, so I'll share it with you guys as well. So let me read this to you guys. These are 2 journal entries that I made for the event, the Bone Worker Torque Farming event. Captain's Log, Day 2. My Tonberry hate remains capped, and I've already died to everyone's grudge since I began this adventure. Vatty says, excellent. However, I managed to get a raise and remained in the zone with what is now capped prowess effects, including 5 out of 5 treasure casket discovery. However, every treasure casket contains medicine because I'm that sick of the content and the game just knows it. I reckon I'll not be getting a Bone Worker's Torque anytime in the foreseeable future. And Vatty says, I gotta say, your story has changed my life. And then, before I tell the other log, just note that in the middle of this conversation, Vatty also made a comment telling me how long it took for him. Like 8:03:45 p.m. Vatty says, I got the torque in like 5 minutes of being there years ago. It's about 2/3 of the way down in this log. And everyone is telling me that same story. Like, everybody. That he's the 3rd person that I know of in the last 2 nights that has told me that same story about how it did not take them at any time at all to do this. So so I responded appropriately. We'll see our response in this captain's log. This is Bonds Marbury's captain's log. So this is what I did. While I was grinding the content for 2 days, I saw some shit, right? I did some shit. Tonberries around me saw some shit they probably shouldn't have seen, and they got fucked up, and they probably weren't expecting it. But that's how thieves do. And I saw some shit, and I saw Bonds Marbury's journal. So I actually read the last entry, and I shared it with my link shell, and I shared it with the Facebook group, and I'm going to share it with you guys. This is Bonds Marbury's latest journal entry. Captain's log, star date, a bunch of numbers, and 1. This Taru hasn't left in literally 24 Earth hours. We've sent every available man at him, and he's always poking us and using Aeolian Edge for 9,000 damage. We only have 1,200 health. I'm making a note in this log that I just heard that Taru rage about his link shell getting some item faster than him. Maybe that's his weakness. Anyway, his rage excites me. This Taru is too strong, though. He needs to leave. I was chasing him earlier around a corner. He disappeared out of sight, and as I turned the corner, I received a lethal dose of radiation from Aeolian Edge. Again. It's becoming annoying respawning every 5 minutes. And he doesn't even want my keys. He throws them on the ground. My men are out here stumbling about, tripping all over these keys. It triggers me immensely. Oh, he's coming around to my side of the map again. GG, later, noob. Bonds Marbury. Latest journal entry. That was how bored I was. That was how sick I was of the content! My god, this reminds me of my defending ring exploits on Ponzelot. It needs to be noted that Ponzelot is not my main character. I played a Hume a while back, and I retired him at level 60 or some shit, like a long time ago. Didn't want to bother playing a Hume anymore. I was in love with Tarus way back when the game was fresh. So I made Ponzelot as my new main character. Ponzelot was a great character because he was a Taru, and I didn't want to originally play that race because I was told that the camera angle would get annoying, and people are right, the camera angle does get quite annoying, but there are some shots that Tarus do better than everyone else. Like, I mean, I'm sure I can find one in here. Like, how are you going to get a good shot between these bushes if you're not a Taru? How are you going to do it, bro? You're not going to do it. Oh, hey, look, flowers. You're not going to do it. You're not going to be able to do it, okay? So it's a double-edged sword playing Taru. But I know, when I had Taru, Ponzelot, my main, I got him to level 75, I got him to level 99, I kept going up to 119, I got to 119. It wasn't until 119 where I was able to just get myself a defending ring. I was super duper late at getting defending ring on Ponzelot. I had to have gone through 600 savory shanks, over a year and a half of grinding this, before I finally got Ponzelot's defending ring. I even made a montage to it and put it on this channel. I'm not gonna link it in the description, but it still exists, and it shows all of those fights where I look at all of the treasure pools and never see it, because I clipped every 5 seconds at the end of the fight. I would record the treasure pool drops, and I got a huge ass collection. This was after hundreds of times of failing and thinking, hey, you know what, I need to record this, and then finally started recording it, and I made a 45-minute video compilation, boys. So there was a lot of defending ring fights that Ponzelot had to endure before he finally got his ring. And then I got on my other account and I played on it, and I was farming defending ring for some friends. They didn't make it to the zone fast enough, but fortunately I had an account logged in that didn't have it, so I was able to not see it drop to the ground. So I got it on my my mule account, which has an Elvon character and a Taru on it, and now several other Tarus on it. The Elvon character did not have a defending ring, and the Taru didn't have a defending ring, but Ponzelot finally got his after 600 tries. So then I got one on that same week after I got my very first defending ring ever after starting this game, 600 kills into it, and 18 months straight of grinding to get those 600 shanks. I finally got the one on Pwn, and then the same week I got another one to drop in my treasure pool while Ponzabit and Ponzelot were in a party, and the guy that was supposed to come get it didn't show up fast enough, so it went to Ponzabit. And then after it went to Ponzabit, I went straight to the Mog House and delivery boxed it to my Elvon character, because you could do that. You can actually send it over to your other characters. So I was fortunate enough to just pass the defending ring over to one of the other mules, so I could, if this happened again, I could get a second one. And I did get a second one. So now I have two accounts, well, two characters on one account that have two defending rings. And then my Ponzelot has a defending ring. Bonzelot, however, doesn't have one. So he still eventually wants to get a defending ring. But let's be real, you don't take damage in town unless you're a synergist, right? Or you're trying to, like, craft in the middle of Besieged or something silly. So yeah, I should be good without defending ring on this particular character, but eventually as a completionist I think I'll try it. I need to eventually get out of this level 1 gear too. But anyway, I wanted to share how frustrating it was to get Boneworker's Torque, and I wanted to try to draw a comparison up to how frustrating it was to get defending ring. And if you ask me now about which one do I hate more, in, you know, looking back on it, which one do I hate more? Yeah, trying to hold aside any bias of the fact that I just got done doing this one, which one was more frustrating? If you take it from me, it took 18 months to get defending ring. For me, grinding it, it was not easy. I had to keep getting the savory shanks. I kept failing. I kept getting the earring over and over and over and over and over and over again. I went broke so many times doing this for 18 months before I finally got it. And then the game had the audacity to just drop 2 more in my face, like that I couldn't even benefit from really, except for on my mule. just to show me that I'm a bitch. Yeah, that happened. So I'm probably still gonna say defending ring was more annoying than getting this torque. But goddamn, this torque. Oh my god. Oh my god, 50,000 Tonberries, dude. I'm telling you, it had to have been. I don't even fucking know. I really don't. And I've logged out and logged back in since then, but you can stay in the zone. So I don't have a complete history of all the monsters in my log that I fought. Obviously, it took 2 sittings, so lots and lots and lots of monsters, and lots of grinding just to get the prowess up. So annoying. Very annoying. But it's done. I finally have it. Psych. I'm pretty psyched about that. But I just decided to come into this Mhaura garden and record this just to kind of vent a little bit and share my difficult struggles with you guys on that. And I ended up popping into Ponzelot's Mhaura garden. So, I mean, you guys have seen his stuff before, but now I get to see it on Ponzelot. They just got fed too, so they're not going to eat me, which is, that's important, right? I don't want to get nommed by some dragons. So what else is left? So this mule, being a week old, having lots of good gear already, as far as crafting goes, is a really good jump start on me being able to be a bone crafter in general. I thought it would take a lot longer, but I'm taking it a little bit seriously this time to see how fast I can get everything done. But I'm also procrastinating from doing my homework, which I should get back to. So just to end the video, I'm going to explain this character at the moment is missing the guild point items. He could almost get one of them, but then he needs to get the other, so that's like a week. So I probably need still 2 weeks to get the guild point armors. I think there's a sunglasses, like a spectacles that you can get. Some sort of shades that you can get, and then there's a body armor or a glove. I forget which one. It's one of those two, but it's the shades and then it's that. And so I'm going to get those two, and then I should be done other than my baled rings. After I get those, I need to do the baled farming so I can actually get the 2 baled rings. I believe they're 20,000 baled each, so that's 40,000, but it could be 10 and 10, so it might be 20 total. But it's 20 or 40,000 baled to get those done. And there are 3. The third one that I forgot to mention in my last video was Artificer's Ring, but it's not that good. In comparison to Craft Master's Ring and Craft Keeper's Ring, I think those are the superior ones to just level up with. If you get the Orvale Ring, that's even better. But one item that is fantastic that I really should do the questline again to get it, but that questline was super annoying. It was fun, but having to do it on 2 characters at the same time was really frustrating for me, is Midris's Cap +1. That is a cap that Ponzelot has that allows him to have a synthesis skill gain rate plus 5%. That cap is useful until you cap out, and then once you're capped on everything, you can throw it away. Just like you would with an Icad ring if you were level 99 all jobs and you didn't care about merit farming. Like, then you don't need XP at all, right? Because you're 99 everything, so you toss this. I still use this on my all jobs 99 character for merit farming specifically, by the way. So this isn't an item that you should toss, in my opinion, if you do merit farming, which you should. It happens to everyone. So that is important. But maybe you mastered all jobs and you threw away your Mecha Stipends mantle. I mean, that makes more sense, right? If you master everything and then you throw that away. Yeah, and then joke's on you, they come out with a new job and you don't have a master on it yet and your perfect mantle is gone. Yeah, inventory -1 for life, because now you're gonna, every time you think about throwing it away, you're gonna remember this video and you're gonna remember me and I'm gonna be laughing at you because we could get a new job any day now. So you might just not want to throw it away ever. Inventory -1. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do in the video. It's a relief that I'm finally out of that zone. That zone was crusty as hell, and I was in there for 2 nights in a row. And I missed Dynamis and everything else. I'm done. So done. So happy to be done. I guess I'll end it here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.